a little bit about where Deacon's at right now with Rayna. They haven't really sat down and had the conversation of where they are. Are we going to see that? Are they going to actually be able to kind of have a heart-to-heart or a moment of
I know
how do we go forward?
That's been our problem a lot of the time, is that we don't communicate real well. We communicate the worst when we're caring about ourselves. When we communicate the best, we're caring about each other. When I'm just there for her to see how she's doing. When she comes to my party, that's when. But there's a lot of problems because she's got things she hasn't been able to tell me for her reasons. And I have parts of me that are still broken and not completely healthy, so you know, it's going to be complicated. Thank goodness. I mean, it's not a movie. Hopefully, we're not going to wrap this thing up and ride off into the sunset. But we're always going to be trying.
But are they sitting down at all and trying to get on the same page at any time soon, or is there no time for that because of the tour and everything?
I think so, but even at the birthday party, the point is that how do we get on the same page when we don't even know what page we're on? We're both, everybody's in flux. So much is just changing in her life. She wants to deal with that and give that the respect it deserves and be there for her children and everything. There's time. Hopefully there's time for each other. And she said at one point, I want to forget how she phrased it, but basically honor us. And I want to do this. If we're going to do this, let's do it right.
Okay. Now, the divorce is going to get ugly, I imagine. Do we think the secret about Deacon actually having a child is coming out? How is he going to process that if it does?
I don't see Nashville going for a long time without that coming out. When you ask how I'm going to process that,
to your relationship.
That's what I love about that. It's adding a different color to a thing that's already painted. It's this brand new color coming into Deacon's life. Talk about conflicted.
Right.
How could you not tell me? But of course I understood. I understand why you wouldn't tell me. And she's amazing. She's my daughter. She's amazing. I don't want to mess that up. You know, there's a million thoughts, and that's what's so exciting about adding that to the whole process.
Now, we've seen a lot of Deacon dealing with Juliet's mom and kind of helping her through rehab and addiction. How has that been for you in terms of like actually performing that? Has that been something you've had to do a lot of research on? Is that one of your more challenging aspects of the show?
The whole area of addiction and dealing with it, it's very important to me that it's handled right. It's important to the writers too. When I first went to Nashville, I had a friend that was kind enough to take me to an AA meeting, and they were all kind enough to let me be there, and it was really informative, inspiring, uplifting, because there's these people that, what I noticed in the room was an absolute lack of pretense. These are the people that are through-lying, or trying to be through-lying. So there's that. The other thing is honoring the battle, honoring the fight, and not just using it. I haven't had a drink yet, but I went to dark places, Deacon did, and that's as it should be, because that's what happens on the road. So when it comes to dealing with Juliet's mom, that proves the point, I think, that it's so much easier to help other people with their problems, and that's pretty much Deacon's story. He's out there dispensing wisdom left and right.
But he's still kind of
He's learned so much, but it's hard to apply it to yourself. I mean, seriously, you personally,
no, it's
don't you know exactly how to fix your friends' lives?
But exactly, but no, and then nobody wants to listen because they're like, get your stuff together first.
Yeah, so we're trying to do right by that storyline for sure.
And I have to ask the burning question: is Deacon keeping the dog? He has to keep the dog, right?
I think so. He definitely has commitment issues, but he's sort of fallen for that dog a little bit, and you would have to if you ever saw that dog.
Yeah, that was a great moment just at the end of the episode.
I'm telling you what, that dog is a hell of an actor.
And I feel like that showed that Juliet knows him better than maybe people thought. She kind of knew he needed something.
I think that proves itself again and again and again. She has a level of wisdom that I think radiates out of Hayden anyway at her younger years. That she does get that. And she did know he needed that. Even the things she said about Rayna, and maybe that's not the best thing in the world. There's some wisdom in there. Sometimes the best thing in the world for you is also the worst, and so she knows that too.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to see you.